April the 23rd, 2021. A wild northeast tiger entering the village. It's the deformation of the car door with just one palm, crushing of automobile glass flaps, and today we're going to tell the story of a wild lion entering the village and slaughtering the villagers recklessly. If the lion and tiger meet you, who do you think will be stronger? Story begins when the boy wants to have a close relationship with the girl before sending her home. Father heard the noise and walked out. Next second, father walked over to see. Mother is smarter. Get a gun out of here and be ugly. But still being ruthlessly dragged away. That's it. Halua saves grandpa. 1 or 2 is gone. Screen rotation. Mary is a veterinarian. He was invited by the police to inspect the crime scene. Judging from the wound, this was done by a large beast. But Mary can't tell what kind of beast it is. The next day there was a new homicide case. Mary judged from the footprints left by the fierce beast this time. The beast is a large lion, at least 2 meters long, over 200 kilograms. They reported the matter to the director. At the same time, I am very confused. Where did such a big lion come from? After tasting the taste of human blood, lions will no longer be afraid of people, and it will become increasingly addictive. They decided to search for the cannibal lion throughout the entire process. Mary went to the zoo for inspection. She discovered that there were no escaped Lion Kings here. Where will that Lion King be? That night, the Lion King appeared with a delivery boy, who had just finished delivering food and called, when he saw a reflector. The Lion King of Nepal doesn't have time to think much. Little brother, pull the accelerator all the way to the end. Joko MX. By being familiar with the terrain, street crossing direction, the Lion King couldn't catch up for a while, but in the end, it was still because looking back at the Lion King. As a result, he fell into the river. When he climbed up, bited off by the Lion King, the little brother's body sank into the water. The next day, the director is preparing to ask the hunter to take action to solve the Lion King. After all, professional people do professional things. He took advantage of his position, invited my eldest cousin to hunt and kill the Lion King. Big cousin claims to have years of hunting experience. But in fact, those group photos of hunting Lion Kings are all drugged. Only Mary knows that this big cousin is likely to screw up. He doesn't even understand how dangerous and clever this Lion King is. Night. The eldest cousin began to take action. He used a deer meat as bait, draw a long bloodstain in the park, and then tied the venison to the tree. He placed the trap on the ground, and then he hid in a nearby tent to observe him. I've heard the lions roar, keep a gun on guard at all times, but suddenly realized that his son had appeared. It turned out that my son learned that he was going hunting. I secretly followed over. My cousin angrily scolded my son. Tell my son to hide quickly. I didn't expect my son to just leave. The Shoan attacked his cousin from behind. My son hurried back. Discovering that the father had been bitten to death, the son quickly picked up his gun. Unexpectedly, I stepped on the trap and was killed by it. Police vehicle deployment. Hurry to drive into the park. But at this moment, the Lion King had already run towards the distance. Fortunately, the helicopter in the sky is firmly following the Lion King. Not long after, the helicopter was also lost. Where the hell has the corpse king gone? This movie is called The Urban Giant Tooth Shark. How a lion creates a human tragedy. On a bus, a little girl pointed ahead. No. Originally, it was Wang. I don't know. When I ran to the bus, everyone was scared and fled everywhere. Lion King kills everywhere on the train. Eventually, the vehicle lost control and collided with another vehicle. No way. To stop the Lion King, Mary can only hire a professional hunter. Also, my ex-boyfriend Damal called for the sheriff and Mary to pick up at the airport. The moment I saw Damal, I was stunned. Why are you still in a wheelchair here? That's it. I think it's so handsome. When Damal arrived at the scene of the crime, the sheriff only realized that he was wrongly blamed. Damal pointed out the shortcomings of the scene arranged by his cousin one by one, and then picked up something from the ground and carefully sniffed it. That's right. It's the taste of the Lion King. In this moment, the sheriff looked at him with a new eye. The sheriff only then realized that Damal is really an expert in hunting. This leg was severed after hunting a generation of Lion Kings. The body shape is not much different from this one. That's why I got into the wheelchair. How many people formulate a combat strategy due to the Lion King's possessiveness towards his prey? So Damal wanted to use his cousin's body as bait. But the director rejected this method. After all, he's his eldest cousin. Meanwhile, the tragedy happened again. 2 children ran out to the amusement park to play on the slide. Brother, slide down first. Immediately after, my sister also slipped down. Seeing the Lion King, he crawled back crazily. But in the end, he couldn't hold on and slid down. Fortunately, the Lion King has already left. The girl was saved by someone. But my brother doesn't know where Wang Wang's dragging him. Everyone arrived at the amusement park at night. The director has decided not to use big money anymore. He made his own decision. Blocked the forest where the Lion King was hiding, and sent an excellent special police force. The special police force is fully armed. Prepare to search for the forest where the Lion King is hiding. But I didn't expect another team of mercenaries to also hunt the Lion King, so both families mistakenly killed each other without knowing it. Now the director has to find the king again. Hope Dao Mao comes to the rescue site. The next night, Dao Mao doesn't know the scene. inducing the Lion King with the corpse of Darbaoli, then sit aside and wait for the Lion King to appear. Damao suddenly smelled the foul smell behind him, not much thought, turning around, shooting at the Lion King, and running towards the distance. Damao wheelchair unleashes maximum power to pursue the Lion King, but in the end, the cunning Lion King managed to escape. Worried about the safety of Damao, Mary disregarded everyone's persuasion, also came to Damao's side. Damao is still following the footprints. The Lion King saw Mary right. Give the pistol to Mary. The two of them searched for footprints and arrived at a medical school. After entering, I found that the duty officer here had been bitten to death a few minutes ago. The two were talking. Suddenly, the Lion King jumped out of the glass behind him. The Lion King is attacking Damao, because he knows that this man is the most threatening. Mary shot at the Lion King upon seeing the situation, but the Lion King was unscathed. He pounced on Mary. Mary hurriedly bought herself time with the sofa. At this point, Damao picked up the gun and caught the Lion King's attention. Running away in an electric wheelchair, the Lion King chased after him. Damao, who could have been ambushed, couldn't find the Lion King for a long time. The Lion King has already returned to find Mary. This woman is hiding in the dark, preparing to ambush the lion. But who knew that the intercom next to him suddenly rang? Mary quickly pulled the trigger. But at the critical moment, the Lion King's voice ran out of bullets. He forcefully smashed the gun at the Lion King. The Lion King is about to come in. What to do? Online, etc. Mary was so anxious that she even forgot the cabinet. Unexpectedly blocked the door with shoe. Fortunately, he discovered the ventilation duct behind him. Damao also followed the sound and came over. I didn't expect to pass by the corridor. The Lion King quietly arrived behind Damao. Damao noticed that he slowly raised his gun. The Lion King pounced on him. How many shots did Damao take? Strike the air with all your strength. He stepped back. But then there was a dilemma and the electric wheelchair fell off. Damao's legs are also hooked. The Lion King took a precise position and bit down. The two have been entangled for a long time. In the end, Damao's other leg also lost, falling off the first floor. Looking up again, the Lion King has also disappeared. Damao quickly crawled into a room, locked the door with a belt. Mary also fell off the ventilation duct. He came just in time. Damao has come up with a solution, and the Lion King immediately found the door through the bloodstains. Damao knows that his life is not long. My dying wish was to have Mary take off all her clothes and show him, and so on. Actually, I was joking. Mary obeyed Damao's words, saw off his other leg as well. Then I got the room inside as a bait. But at this moment, Wang also broke through the door and entered. Following the bloodstains, he also walked to the room inside. Turns out it's just one leg. Mary suddenly closed the door, using toxic gas to spray fiercely at the Corpse King. The consciousness of the Corpse King is gradually blurring. Mary hurriedly opened the door, but the door couldn't be opened. Fortunately, my current boyfriend showed up in time. Rescued oneself. Watching my boyfriend become the Lion King's plate meal, Mary pulled out a steel needle from the side, aim at the Lion King and stab him down. At this point, the generation of Lion King has come to an end, and the inverted big hair has also lost its breath. Mary got into the ambulance, prepare to accompany Damao for the last leg of the journey, and the Lion King was transported away by forklift. The director even stepped on a lion and took a photo of it. Do you think it's over here? At this moment, it is raining heavily. Mary made a phone call to her current boyfriend in the car. The man said the Lion King is too powerful. Unexpectedly broke the double glass and got inside. Mary told him she was confused. The Lion King clearly entered through the basement door. At this moment, the ambulance is waiting for the train, and the driver heard a roar from the beast. Next second, originally, there were two Lion Kings. This lion is seeking revenge for that one. Catch up with the ambulance, just to retaliate against Damao. Mary hurriedly escaped through the back door. Look at the car parked behind it, and suddenly collide with it. The lion shattered the windshield as soon as it rose. Mary was moving towards the tracks with the ambulance. Finally, the train rushed in, killed the Lion King. Mary crawled out of the car. He did it. The director of this movie, Dick Max, is an expert in B-rated horror films among her non-directors. The representative Workamsterdam's Water Ghost has been introduced into China as a classic translated film. It's also a childhood shadow for many friends. This film also raises concerns about the relationship between humans and nature. At the same time, it can also make people couldn't help but imagine, if there really is a beast in the city we live in, how should we deal with it? The tiger entering the village on April the 23rd proves that this is not the plot in the movie. The correct approach is to maintain a distance. Don't crowd or live stream. The rabbit is in a hurry and bites people. Besides, it's a tiger. If facing a tiger head-on, never turn around and run away, because this may stimulate the tiger's hunting instinct. Should keep facing the tiger and slowly retreat, until we retreat to a safe distance.